Now continuing with the introduction to C programming. So the next variable we are using as the void. It is an empty data type. Since no value is associated with this data type, it does not occupy any space in the memory. So variables, it's a name given to memory location where the data can be stored. Using the variable name, the data can be stored in a memory location and can be accessed or manipulated very easily. So what are the rules which is to be followed? The rules are the first character in the variable should be a letter, which may be capital A to Z or small a to Z or an underscore. And the first character can be followed by any number of letters or digits from 0 to 9 or underscores. No extra symbols are allowed other than letters, digits, and underscore. The length of an identifier can be up to a maximum of 31 characters for external names such as function names and global variables that can be stored between source files. C keyword should not be used as the variable names, like the keywords like for, do, while, etc. It should not be used as the variable. Then we have the next is declaring and defining a variable. How to declare a variable and define. Giving a name to memory location is called declaring a variable. Declaration of a variable will not reserve the space in the memory. Reserving the required memory space to store the data using the declared variable is called defining a variable, in the sense that the syntax is type v1 to vn and semicolon. For example, int a comma b comma c. So what does that mean? You have the three variables by name a, b, c having an integer type. So integer which does not contain any decimal point is an integer. Similarly, if you are considering a float, then we have p, comma, t, comma, r, comma, si. All these things will going to have a decimal point because of the floating variable, where v1 to vn are variable names, and then the type is the type of the variable v1 to vn. The type of variables may be integer, may be float, may be char, or maybe double. If you are assuming it is a 16-bit machine, the compiler reserves 2 bytes for an integer. Then points to be remembered during the declaration. What are the points which you need to consider? All variables, point number 1 is all variables of the same data type can be declared using a single statement in a line. In the sense, if you have 3 variables, all of them are having an integer, then int a comma b comma c semicolon, it can be used. If you want to have more clarity, you can use the same data type using multiple statements in multiple lines. That is also how it gives a better readability. So that means int a semicolon in one line, int b semicolon in the other line, int c semicolon in the other line. That can also be used. Then in the point number 3, multiple declarations are allowed in the same line whenever each declaration statement ends with a semicolon. In the sense that int a semicolon, then we can use float b semicolon, then we have character c semicolon, then we have double d semicolon. Int is the integer variable, float is the floating point variable, char is the character variable, and double is the long floating point variable. And point number 4, the variables with different data types can be defined in different lines also, in the sense that int a semicolon in one line, float b semicolon in the second line, char c semicolon in the third line, and double d on the fourth line. Then int a comma b comma c semicolon, the compiler reserves 2 bytes of memory space for each of these variables. This is because all the variables a, b, c are declared as an integer variables using the keyword int, and the size of the integer is 2 bytes. The memory locations are not initialized, therefore it will going to contain a garbage value like a, b and c, which is as shown. The variable initialization can be done using 3 ways. Initializing, point number 1, initializing one variable, syntax type var underscore name equals data semicolon. Type means it can be int, float, char or double. Variable name var underscore name must be a name of the variable. For example, if I say int a equals 10 semicolon, where a is the variable name, equals is the assignment operator, and data value of the memory to be stored. For example, int a is equal to 10 semicolon, a contains the memory of 2 bytes, so 1 in 1 byte and the 0 in the another byte. Then point number 2, initializing more than one variable while defining. So all the variables defined must be separately initialized. So that means if you have an example, int count is equal to 0, the count variable will going to assign the value of 0 here as shown. Sum is equal to 10, then some variable will going to have 1 0 if it is an integer type, so it doesn't contain any variable, a decimal point. So int I comma j is equal to 200 semicolon. In this case, I is not initialized, so I will going to contain the garbage value, and 200 which will going to be assigned to the value of j, which is equal to 200. Similarly, if you are initializing all the 3 variables as I is equal to 100, j is equal to 200 and k is equal to 300, then this will go into the pattern in which this will the memory will going to be allocated or be initialized. Similarly, point number 3, initializing at appropriate places, int I semicolon, I is equal to 100. So similarly, int j will be equal to 200, int k is equal to 300. Then modifying the basic data type. See, keywords using which the meaning of the basic data types can be altered or modified more precisely to effectively use memory to store the data are called type modifiers or type specifiers. The specifiers are signed, unsigned, short and long, which is same as signed int, unsigned int, short int and long int. For example, signed a semicolon is nothing but same as signed int a. Unsigned a semicolon is same as unsigned int a semicolon. Short a semicolon is nothing but short int a semicolon. Long a semicolon will going to give the long int a semicolon. So these are all the points which need to be discussed in the introduction of C programming. And this will complete our basic introduction to C programming. Thank you.